Today marks day 4 of the Diddy trial. It's May 15th, and this happened right before the cross examination. So, Cassie's attorney stated that he has the right to be a part of the meet and conference about the evidence she can be questioned about. And they talked about Rule 412. Now, we talked about Rule 412 on yesterday. Now, we all know Rule 412 is also known about the Grape Shield Law, and it prohibits the omission of evidence about a victim's S behavior or pre-deposition in the S misconduct cases. Now, it aims to protect the victims from potential harm of being cross-examined about their past sexual history, which can be embarrassing and stigmatizing. Now, the rule is designed to focus on the trial, on the actions of the accused rather than the victim's past. Now, we all know that the defense is getting ready to cross-examine Cassie. Now, they want to paint her as not a victim. They want to paint her as someone that is very jealous, someone that has a very elaborate S history with men, probably being very promiscuous. And also, they just want to put her in a bad light. So Cassie's attorney is trying to protect her right now under Rule 412. Now, let's see what the judge will allow today. Y'all, Diddy's attorneys, the defense, they are playing very dirty right now. They dumped 400 pieces of evidence on the prosecution last night. And their response was to the judge that they were trying, but they were responding to Cassie's testimony. So right now, what's going on is the defense and the prosecution are trying to come to an agreement of what's going to be admissible in court. Now, the prosecution is saying that there are like 24 exhibits that the government has had an objection to, but they are listed in the chart. Now, those judicial documents are not going into public docket. So what the defense is doing is Diddy's attorneys are letting the female attorney actually do the cross on Cassie, which is actually a good move. So right now, the defense is trying Cassie. They're trying to say, that Cassie knew a different version of Diddy. She didn't call him Diddy. She called him Sean. And that she thought of him being larger than life. So they really trying to set her up right now. Stay strong, Cassie. What the defense is doing right here is they are saying, like, you thought of him larger than life and you kept coming back for 11 years. And thank God Cassie was like, she wouldn't say, coming back. And the defense was like, well, didn't you believe that he loved you? And she was like, she did believe that he loved her. And then what they're trying to put here is that Cassie was jealous. Because you can see here, so when he cheated on you, it hurt. And she's like, not every time. So they trying to say that Cassie was the one who was very jealous. And she caused all this to happen. Man, the defense playing a dirty game. So, of course, the defense is still trying to play dirty and try to bring in exhibits that are not in evidence. And thank God the judge was like, okay, yeah, nah, this is not in evidence. And so she's reading a text message thread, meaning Cassie's reading a text message thread to herself. Now, they was asking her what was going on when she sent the text. She said she's not really sure. She didn't know what was going on in the relation then, but it was early on. And so the defense actually offered up evidence to submit, and the prosecution objected to it being offered for the truth, and it was overruled. The defense is really playing hardball. They are showing that Cassie really loved Diddy, even through text messages and emails showing that she loved him. And what they're going to bring up a little later is that she was really jealous. And that's, like I said, why all this happened. Now, y'all remember, this is Cassie. Diddy is right next to her and some other people. They were at some event. But anyway, look at the necklace that's around her neck. Can y'all see what that say? That necklace say Pop Pop. Now, y'all know Cassie called her grandfather Pop Pop, and Diddy wanted her to call him Pop Pop. And now she got on pop necklace. Lord have mercy. Make it make sense. Remember, Diddy started dating her when she was 22 years old. Grooming at its finest, allegedly. This is the lady who's cross-examining Cassie. This is Anna Estavio. And what they're trying to do right now is they are trying to speed this cross-examination along because they are afraid that Cassie could have the baby over the weekend and then they will not be able to cross-examine her. So they are really trying to speed this along, and they are trying to show that she had other people, meaning Cassie had other people that she was sleeping with, had other relationships with, and so did Diddy. So, but that still doesn't make sense. But anyway, y'all stay tuned to the testimony. In this particular thread, what the defense is trying to show is that Diddy and Cassie was very much in love. She loved him and he loved her as well. And during this text message thread, they have been dating for about 2.5 years. Now, in the next thread below, it shows that she was a little jealous because she hadn't talked to him and he's always rushing her off the phone. And she let him know that she did not need his money. All she wanted was his time. The defense is not doing a very good job because some of the same things that they're talking about today, Cassie has already talked about with the prosecution. Now, what I believe they're really trying to do is trying to spin the narrative. But hopefully, Cassie holds strong. She do not allow them to spin the narrative. And one thing they said is you wanted a baby by him, basically, but you knew he had 6 children already. And she answered, yeah. Now, this particular thread is like Cassie knew about the freak offs. She was cool with the freak offs. She didn't care what day they were going to have freak offs. And she was cool with Jules being the person that they called. And Diddy left it up to her to call Jules. And she was cool with it. So right here, the defense tried to sneak something in with saying that the text message was an explicit message from Cassie. And it was about the upcoming freak off. And so, of course, the prosecution objected and the judge decided to take a recess. So listen, stay tuned for part 2. Hear it here first, where Kimmy's World is your world. Drop down in the comment area. Let me know. Have you been following the case? And what do you think about what's going on now? Do you think the defense is doing a good job with cross-examining Cassie, or are they proving Cassie's point? Anyway, I'll see y'all in the comment area.